Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rick Gal. I have no idea if this is working, but I'm gonna start the intro anyway. So, we're gonna try the live stream again. As soon as somebody gets on, hopefully they'll let me know if the timing seems right. I was having issues with the audio timing. So, assuming that's actually working, we'll see how that works. We're gonna go for the standard party. That's not the standard party. Okay. So this is the Lufia 2 Ancient Cave run. I haven't done one of these in a little while. As is completely obvious by my terrible menuing, apparently. That's a good start. So the goal of this, there's a 100 floor dungeon. We're going to be going through it, seeing what's happening. Looks like somebody might actually have signed in. Hooray. Oh, a couple. So, yeah, this is a 100 floor randomly generated dungeon. It's basically a roguelike within an RPG. It's a mini game. We're playing the bonus game version of it. Which means you get to pick your party. When you enter the dungeon, you automatically reset to level 1, even if you're playing it as part of the main game. And you lose all your items. I just realized I didn't actually switch my capsule monster. The party we picked is Dakar, Guy, Maxim, and Artie. The only reason Maxim's there is because you have to. Just so everybody's aware, there is also a delay, so you'll be seeing things a few seconds after I do. And I'm very much still getting used to watching for the chat. I don't have one of those fancy overlays or anything. I really need to get a second monitor for this so I can actually have it on the same screen. Right now I've got the chat on my laptop. Also, that was absolutely terrible, and I'm owning up to it right now. Absorb is a good start. Hey, Tara and whoever else is watching, would you be willing to let me know if the game audio seems to be synced up? That was the issue I was having earlier. So right now I'm just killing a few little monsters around just to make sure that we're getting a little bit of experience and fully exploring the dungeon. As we go further, I'm not going to do every single fight, just from resource management perspective. Worth a shot. Absorb gives you MP, steals MP from an enemy. Okay, so it looks like the delay is actually about 10 seconds. I've got it up on my laptop. I'm also not sure if you can actually hear me. So I'm just kind of hoping this is working. Oh, good. So as we go further through the dungeon, there's going to be more items. Generally speaking, we're going to want to get as many treasure chests as we can, but in certain areas we're going to want to focus on it a little bit more than others. Should probably also like equip my characters at some point. I haven't actually equipped anybody yet. Dakar doesn't need weapons because he is ridiculously strong. Already gotten 2 pieces of female-only armor, and kind of regretting not going with the Tia party, but if I did, then I wouldn't have had anything, I'm sure. That's how that works. You only get the things you didn't, or you only get things when you don't have the right party for them. Hopefully we'll get some actual healing soon. That's the one thing we're missing right now. Also, Sully is a coward. Okay. So our first goal is just going to be to make it down to... looks like floor 7 is the first spot where we actually have to start being concerned about enemies, outside of getting poisoned. Floors 4 and 5 are where we can find our first deadly items, which are sometimes useful. The goal is to get down to floor 100. And beat a boss. The boss has a set amount of hit points, you have to do a bunch of damage. And so you need to have specific equipment that helps get that damage done. The deadly equipment that I just mentioned have the ability to do percent-based damage to the opponent. So the boss has a lot of hit points. They shave off a fraction of the hit points at a set rate, regardless of their attack rating. So for weaker characters like Artie, they're good. Especially during the first round of combat. Silver Eye's good. The blue chest items are rare items that you can actually take out of the cave with you in the main game. Ear Jewel, really? I'm going to target the spider first here because it has a chance to poison. We do not actually have a way to treat poison right now, so we're just kind of stuck with it. You know, we just got an antidote, but still, that's the first one that we've gotten, so... I'm suddenly much more self-conscious of the little, you know, missing the door or the stairs like I just did, the walking to the left and then overcorrecting. I'm sure it'll be much better now that I've pointed it out. Okay. So I believe... Yep. Not enough yet. Okay, I may... Oops. Sorry about that. I may... Yeah, we're gonna use some healing items. I would prefer not to do that at this point, but... Ooh. It's okay. Stop judging me, Tara. It's not nice. So, there are slight variations, like a front row and a back row with the enemies. If you see me mousing over to one of the enemies in a random pattern, that's probably why. Always enter stairs from the bottom so that you're facing up, because the enemies always start facing down. That way you never get back attacked in the rare instance that you walk into a mimic right away and aren't paying attention. Because treasure chests can't be in corners, and that was dumb of me. some days I just don't have the brain power to play games. You're perfectly fine judging me now. That is a mimic, you can tell because of the coloration, now that I'm paying attention. I'm gonna heal just to be safe. In case I make another mistake. You can see there, actually that's a really good example. The one on the left is a regular treasure chest, the one on the right is a little more yellow. That's a mimic. I haven't played this game in a while, so I apologize for being crappy. Buffalo run in a straight line, really fast at you. Now you know. Glad I was able to illustrate that point. Okay. X magic will be really good for later. That should be the right deadly sword, actually. We're gonna wait because it is also a cursed item. I'm not sure what you're talking about with those, with that self-awareness. I mean, you're not a self-critical person at all. I don't know what you're thinking. Deadly Rod and Deadly Sword. That's actually a really good start. Again, they're cursed. We can't unequip them, so we're not going to equip them yet. I should probably equip more gear just to get everything rotated up at some point here, but it's not a huge deal. Hey, Sully did something. Huh. I thought the anger brace was female-only equipment. Guess I'm wrong. Looks like the next thing we're going to be looking for is actually on the next floor. We're going to start finding red cores. Hey, there's a Brian here too. I was wondering who the second viewer was. Sir Custom 11, which is actually a guitar. One of the creator's favorite guitar. Aha, third. Part of me genuinely wonders if I'm the first, because I have it up on my second laptop, but I'm in Creator Studio, so I didn't think it would count me as a viewer. But it might. And that's okay. I love Sully. YouTube is weird sometimes. Understatement of today. This is my third streaming software I've tried today to get this working. Yeah, I ended up on just the original, I think it's OBS. Cores are worth lots of XP. There. That's what needed to be said there. Yeah, I got the, I tried the Streamlabs version first. And I did not care for it. I think it would have worked great if I cared about all their fancy widgets. And if I had a second monitor to have it open on. But since I had to Alt-Tab out, for some reason it wasn't reading stuff. And it may be the fact that I'm doing the emulator and not, you know, quote-unquote real games. Darn it. Hey, Blizzard. That's nice. Yeah, I'm liking OBS so far. I'm hoping. Yeah, and all the tutorials I found for Streamlabs were very Twitch-centric, and also a bit, I mean, I don't want to judge people who play Fortnite, but they were all for people who played Fortnite, and they were loud and obnoxious. So, take that with as you will. I'm mostly curious how OBS will work for my actual recording for when I'm not streaming, because I'm not intending to stream all the time. I figured it was a good way to do these type of games, like the randomizer and the Lufia runs and stuff like that. Basically stuff that I don't want to be able to take my time and break it up into little pieces like I do. Avoiding the Wispies, the enemy in the top left corner there that have been around. They're very fast and have an area of effect. Those are basically the two worst things we can run into. Are enemies with multiple actions, area of effect. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you that it works well for you for recording. I may still just go with my current one just because I like the settings the way they are. But if this ends up working better, I've been running into so many little problems with my D3D gear, and I've mostly been stubbornly refusing to try other things because I actually paid for the D3D gear. Okay, we really need to get some healing. Yeah, right now the only thing that I'm considering with it is for some of the stuff it'd be really nice to be able to put like a clock on oops, I didn't think that guy was gonna move. It'd be really nice to get like a clock on screen. This is totally overkill. It's a lot easier to keep Artie alive when you aren't relying on Tia to do that. Having an actual front line is nice in this game. I was considering using the Tia party instead, and then I realized I haven't played this game in months, if not longer, and was like, no, I think I'm just gonna go with the standard party for this one, so I don't die. Yeah, Tia Party is, I wouldn't say hard mode as much as it is just a not completely optimized variation. There are definitely much harder modes than... Yes, that. I'm actually not sure. I think Selin is worse than Artie, probably. Although then nobody's protecting Artie. Because he's not there. He's back at home. Tia gives you another magic user. She's faster than Maxim. She's the second fastest character in the game. And she can use the female-only equipment, which, like right now, I've got the, what is it, Ruse armor? This armor is actually better than everything else I've found, significantly. So if I actually had Tia right now, she'd be practically invincible. The problem is her hit points are terrible. So she's very, very, very squishy. So yeah, Tia basically ends up as a slower, squishier Artie. But she can use the female-only equipment, and there are times where that would make her potentially better than Guy. who she replaces, because you basically don't have a good reason not to use Dakar. Speaking of, we're on floor 17, which means the Dakar Blade is in play now. The Dakar Blade The special equipment that's used by Dakar only that will instantly do half the enemy's hit points in one shot. Okay. So we found the stairs there, but we actually do want to go back through and make sure we get every treasure chest. Basically from here on out, unless we happen to find a Dakar blade. The Dakar blade, I believe, is a red chest item. The other one that Guy and Dakar can use is the 80s blade. That's a blue chest only item. Throw a regain now, so my XP doesn't get off. Because everybody knows the absolute worst part about a party member dying is the fact that then your XP counts aren't even anymore. Okay. That's what I thought. Burn Sword is a pretty good early game item for Maxim. Yeah, normally Artie's the first death, but I was actually keeping him better healed. It's really easy to stay not dead when I actually bothered to heal him. I think the worst part about that is the fact that Guy is currently equipped with the Camu armor, which is like the only healing source I have besides potions right now. But he can't use it. You know what? Moving the Camu armor over to Dakar for a fight. Should probably also move him to the back row since I just took his armor off. Hey, don't make fun of Lexus-only items. That was terrible. You can make fun of me for walking into that. Don't make fun of Lexus-only items. Sully thinks they're delicious. Because... yeah. Much better. Hey, at least Sully got the poison pin there, so I didn't end up with a poisoned party member on top of it. Okay, 19, we're going to be looking out for bees. Bees are another enemy that have high speed, lots of status effects, and potential for AoE, so avoiding them is good. Also, they're bees. Why would you want to find bees? You know that walking into enemies thing that I'm not going to continue doing? Yeah. Fatal Pick. I actually have enough to equip my entire party with deadly weapons right now. That works, I guess. I liked the first one better. This is going poorly. Guy needs to stop almost dying. That'd be great. There should still be one teleporter floating around in here, and there's lots of golems, which I do not want to fight. So we're just gonna nope out. Into a party room full of wingers and snakes. It's good to know Brian likes parties. I mean, when I see Brian, I think to myself, he's a party person. At least this guy was nice enough to teleport right in front of me so I could get a surprise action off. I may not have healing spells, but at least I've got, you know... Socially acceptable to kill everything in party rooms? Yes. Easily done? No. Yeah, this is not gonna go well. It's a miracle! I'm pretty sure these are the least offensive enemies in the room right now, so I'm gonna kind of use them as Divine Cure bait to get healed back up. That's not what we wanted to see. There was some visible wincing there. He was almost at full MP before, so the fact that he's at full MP now is not a huge deal, because I got that absorb off on the pumpkin earlier. I'm being super greedy right now because this run is terrible. I really need a healing spell or some good way to heal. So I want to try and get every treasure chest in here if I can. I'm just single targeting this guy down to reduce the number of attacks that they're going to put out. Curse Lifter's good. Curse Lifter means we can actually equip one of the items safely. Maybe I'll get a healing tile. Yeah. Healing tiles are great, but I'm not gonna count on it. I'm hearing Fatal Pick. Why Fatal Pick over Deadly Rod? Since Deadly Rod has actually has one of the IP attacks for the slime. Now we wait 10 seconds for the response because of chat delay. I would just move on, but I can't unequip it if I start. Ten seconds is a long time. Why Fatal Pick? No. Aha! So the truth comes out. What? There is very much a chat delay. It's about 10 seconds, last time I checked. So, I'm not ignoring you, there's just a chat delay. Valor. Okay. Now we're talking. Okay. That's not good. I'm pretty sure if I move, he's gonna move with me. Yep. So we're gonna do this so we can potentially get in first. I'll risk the deadly armors over the sand golems or gorums because of bad translation. You know what? Let's heal guy before we put him in the front. Why not both at the same time? Yeah, Valor's gonna go a long way to actually making this survivable. Deadly armor drop. Oh my gosh. This is just a deadly run. Oh, I missed having deadly weapons. Like my last run, I don't think I got a single one. I was terrified for a moment there that I went the wrong way and he was gonna back attack me again. Oh. Unfortunately, Valor is very expensive. But I think it's still better to use that than an X potion or miracle right now. And yes, at least I have absorb. Fortunately, you need enemies with MP to absorb from. And a turn when you're not using the deadly rod. X magical help too. I'll go a long way. Hey, there's more people on. Neat. Looks like we're going to be coming face to face with bees whether we want to or not. I'm gonna stay here so I don't accidentally get a back attack. Okay. Awesome, no status effects. Got lucky. The erratic movement is the main thing that makes these particular round of bees dangerous. Most enemies, you can somewhat predict their movement. They either move towards you within a certain range, or move randomly within a certain range, or they mirror your movement. The bees are very erratic, and that makes them dangerous. Okay. Floor 25, we're going to get the Mist Rapier available and the Crystal Wand, neither of which we really want. But they are some of the items that are potentially good for the jelly fight at the end of the dungeon, so we'll see. I forgot I had the deadly armor there. Well, we might be in trouble. Oh well. I don't think it's a huge penalty for him to be wearing it, at least, or anything. It's decent armor. I think it ups attack, even. But it could be way worse. Best part about the game, walking into a wall to avoid bees. Now we get to play my favorite part of the game, try to remember where the stairs are. Second favorite. Sorry, I forgot. The walking into walls to avoid bees is my favorite part. And yes, it is much better to walk into a wall than a bee, depending on how fast you're walking. you're moving fast enough, you'd probably just take the bee out. I'm just saying. So these are undead enemies, which means that they are immune to... Actually, yeah, I bet they have MP. They're immune to Artie's Deadly Rod. Nice. There we go. That's not good. So these guys will target once you get close to them. So the trick is to just walk close enough to trigger it, and then move away before they get close, unless they trigger while you're by a door. Then you're just SOL. Not that that would ever happen. Getting real close to blue mimics, which are like mimics but worse. They are pretty much the run-ending enemy of the first chunk of the game. Trying to remember where the stairs are, as usual. A lot of lions around. I'm actually thinking I could probably actually get a decent... These guys shouldn't be too terrible to take out, because they usually come in groups of 2. So Artie can take one out. And we got a Lion Fang out of it, which is totally worth it. They don't need the intelligence boost, but giving them a little boost in magic resistance isn't going to hurt. Okay. I'm hoping that Firestorm Bomb Attack will take him out. and that charge from Camu armor will get us all healed back up. My plan was successful. I love it when a plan comes together. I heard that somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure what floor evil fish start. I don't have the right document in front of me for that. So I'm going to avoid the shellfish enemies just to be safe. Spear's not bad. I think Guy has a spear equipped. I may be able to give one to Dakar also. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Yeah, there's no way that anybody's got better than a burn sword, so should be good there. So just for the record, that's 4 evil fish, 2 ammonites, having a party. Sully defends. How helpful. I believe that Draconian guy can do something nasty. Can't remember what. Apparently Medusas can do bolt, so we may want to get rid of them really quick too. Actually, that last round with the Medusas, I did it wrong. Because that's even more. I just noticed there's more evil fish when I walked up. Medusas have a MP, so I should be able to absorb with both Artie and Maxim from Medusas. Also, the exit isn't necessarily in here, so we don't actually have to go through the whole room. and evil fish, while they are terrifying, like, terrifying to the point where if we run into them, we're just dead. Nine. Okay, so Artie's got 7 casts of Valor worth of MP. Yeah, I saw that coming. I'm being told fire, which probably would have made sense. I think Zap might still do it. Nope. That's why Divine Cure was there. Someone has the whole guide in front of him right now. And suddenly I feel much better about my movement patterns in this game after all those terrible mistakes. Healing tile. mean, I suppose I should think on the bright side. The floor this is at, that party room could have been blue mimics instead of evil fish. That was terrible. Back to terrible. Artie's missing a lot. He needs to stop that. Sully for the win. The important thing to remember when I say that Sully helped, or that Sully is my favorite, is that it's all relative. Capsule monsters in general are not helpful most of the time. Sully just has a tendency to be more helpful than some of the others. Yeah, I should probably feed Sully so he can get Parish Punch soon. We're getting to that point. We didn't get a single blue mimic this time. We should be past blue mimic territory. That's kind of awesome. Hey, we got 2 cores this day. Blue cores are like red cores, but better. We're actually way over level for where I need to be for this point by the race standards. We're also going very slow by race standards, you know. But I'm not racing anyone, so it makes sense. Obligatory bears? thought I'd already found the stairs. I probably just walked past them somewhere. That was a good core fight. You can say luck. I think it was all skill. Clearly. Necromancers are not undead. They just summon undead. The super sword is great, but it's only usable by Selen, I believe. Okay. Random fun fact, the front tile for Garbosts is sideways because they're crabs and they walk sideways. That's about right. Hi, magic. That was worth it. No, we're not doing that again. I have do-si-doed with enough flowers today. Okay, floor 37. We are on to assassins. Assassins can show up and will just mad dash for you regardless of where you are. Artie, come on, man, get with it. Who invited Sting to this dungeon? Hopefully you now have Desert Rose stuck in your head. Hey, Mist Rapier. That might be better than the Burn Sword. Okay. Feed him some junk items to drive it back down. Shriek. Running out of crappy items here, which is fine. Hopefully he'll defend less now that he has Perish Punch. Good enough for now. Okay. Floor 38, we continue to have assassins, potentially, which we really don't want. That's an assassin's hat right there. We're not going down there. He's literally in front of the door, so we're just gonna hope the doors or the stairs are somewhere else. Which it looks like they are, thankfully. I should have had already used Absorb there, since his weapon doesn't work. I also should have checked for assassins before walking that far into the room. Okay. Just gonna refill our MP quick. One of the main reasons I'm very thankful we found Valor instead of another healing magic is because Maxim is terrible at magic. I mean, he's terrible at most things, but he is especially terrible at magic. And as evidenced by that absorb, it makes a big difference. Okay, he just teleported. Nine times out of 10, when I accidentally run into stuff, it's because I was holding down the button instead of tapping it. Okay, we're in 41. Looks like this is a green core room. Not gonna turn that down. Let's do Blizzard, just to make sure. No cores. I mean, those aren't no cores, those are green cores. No cores come later, but I think we're too high level to actually get them to stay, unfortunately. Or at least to have a lower chance. Okay, we got one. We're a lot less far ahead as far as XP goes at this point. My recommended by the end of the green core section is 26. We're only at 28 right now. And yes, I got very lucky with assassin spawns. And I got very lucky that I'm faster than that Hedora. Because Hedoras kind of suck. Can't remember if samurai are listed as undead or immune to instant death at least, or not. Or if I already just missed. That's what I thought. They're not. Or you just missed. Yeah, I could probably take the regular Hedoras, if I got in first. I wouldn't want to take them head on. Or heads on, I guess, since they're Hydras. That was a really bad joke, and I'm not sorry. I don't believe those Hedoras can drop Hedora rocks anyway, so it's less of a interest to me, but... good to know that I can drop them in a round if I need to. Next few levels are kind of boring. Last floor of green cores. We can technically get the magic scale armor now, which is nice. Hey, got another green. Just one. That's okay. Okay, so I'm coming out at 30 when I wanted to be at least 26, so we're a little bit ahead still. Okay. We're gonna play Dodge the Plant for a little bit. and then run headlong into the snake, apparently. This should be fine. And we're off to a great start. So this is the first floor with ninjas. I'm going to blame Tara for talking about how awesome my assassin spawns were. Jinxed it. Okay, we got lucky. Only one knife thrower. Knife thrower is what makes these guys dangerous. I mean, they also get 2 actions and have an instant death effect. I used Fake in the first round on Artie to boost his agility to make sure he got to go first in the second round so he could heal. I'm having Maxim Guard so that if Artie dies from 4 attacks from the same ninja, we're not immediately dead because there's still a healer. Luckily, we're 4 levels ahead of where we are intending to be. Or we probably would be dead right now. Just from Iris armor, really? Just from... Yeah, this is gonna be rough. So the reason that knife thrower attack is so scary is because it ignores defense, which is why it did way more than the regular attacks. Pretty sure it's actually a bug in the programming. This game is super buggy, so some like the cores are actually supposed to be very resistant to magic, but they put the value so high that it underflows, which means that they, instead of having maxed out magic resistance, they have negative magic resistance, so they instantly die. I need to actually stop talking and pay attention to where I'm going. Yep. The good news is, if these ninjas happen to kill me, it means I don't have to figure out how I'm going about taking a break in 3 minutes when I hit the 2-hour mark. I think we're actually good, though. Maybe. Looks like Artie's faster than them, so I'm actually in good shape. I'm just gonna Diamond Dust real quick to hopefully take one of them out. And it looks like the other two just need one more hit each. The fact that I have that Silver Eye and a couple other things means that Artie's speed is actually much higher than it should be already. Normally, he doesn't outspeed ninjas, so... Fighting Bryn's Lizards for the Twist Jewel. It's another equipable jewel item that is huge boost to speed. Better than the Silver Eye, even. I remembered that time. I went and checked in the doorway. The Bryn's Lizards can be kind of scary, but since Artie's so fast and we've got the Fiddly Rod, I'm feeling fairly confident that we shouldn't have problems hunting them. That's why we don't like them. They're fast and they have AoE. Luckily it's not super hard hitting AoE. And we got the Twist Jewel. Nice. You know what, I'm actually going to leave them with the Pumpkin Jewels, because I think them surviving magic is more important than them hitting a little harder. Right now. But it's good to have those lion eyes in case we need them later. I don't want to deal with that. 47. We should be clear of ninjas. So I'm gonna get to the stairway on this level, and I think we're gonna take a break. And actually, it's already... we've been going for a while here, so maybe good to wrap up for today. I wasn't sure how long this was gonna take. I'm a lot more confident about doing some of the... Unfortunately, with this one, I never know how long it's gonna take. That's one of the problems with making the videos, is sometimes I'll sign in to do one of the Lufia videos, and you know, I'll get to the third part and die 5 minutes in. Whereas in most of the other things, like the Zelda runs and Hearthstone or Slay the Spire, there's a pretty solid estimate on time. So, I am going to wrap up the stream for today. Hopefully, thank you for sticking with me, Tara and Brian, and I saw Beefy in there for a little while. And there's 4 people watching now, so I'm not sure who the 4th is. I'll probably have a way to find that out. But I'm kind of scared to click on anything, so I will stop messing with it for the now. I feel like now that I've got the software down, that worked pretty well, and I like doing this for this type of game better than I did some of the other ones. For people watching it in the vlogs, I'm probably not gonna be doing as much of the introductory and explaining everything talking that I normally do, because I have people watching that I know already know some of the stuff, and I am going to be interacting with the chat, so I hate it when people do that when I'm going back and watching logs of people's stuff, but that's kind of how it works, unfortunately. So luckily there's plenty of other things. So yeah, I think I'm going to shut down now. I'll save the game, and we'll pick back up where we left off next time. Thank you for joining me, and have a good one.